It's very important to say no to people, and not every single time, within reason, obviously. It's important to say no to help better yourself, reduce your stress, your anxiety. Different aspects of health and wellness are affected when you say yes too often, do things that maybe you don't actually really need to or want to do, and obviously within reason, but it's important to say no. And you know what? It is okay to say no to people, and it is not the end of the world if you say no. What's up, dreamers? Welcome to Driving and Vibing. Today I want to talk about saying no to people. I feel like this is a underrated topic. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that I know that are people pleasers. People pleasers are people who say yes to everything. They try to please everybody. They want to show up for everything. They want to do everything, even if it doesn't align with some of their goals, their dreams or goals or whatever, or if it takes up too much of their time and then they fall behind on the things they need to or want to do for themselves. So it's important to understand where there should be a line, right? Saying no helps to reduce unnecessary stress and anxiety. And why is this important? Because stress, which is not inherently bad, like the cortisol, stress hormone, is not inherently bad, right? It's fight or flight, helps your body. You absolutely need it on a biological level. Not going to get into details on that. But chronic levels of it, if it stays too high for too long, is bad. It's going to start wreaking havoc on your insides. You're going to start feeling it mentally. So you're going to start feeling like fatigued, probably more anxious, depressed, all of these other things. So combating that by saying no periodically is very important. So let's say you're one of those people, you're a people pleaser, you say yes to everything, and let's say it's a Saturday and let's say you're a gamer, you have a competition, you want to do it, but somebody very close to you, let's say a friend or a family member, a lifelong friend, somebody asks you to help them move, and they said they don't have anybody else and this and that, but you've had this competition with teammates planned for several weeks, and now you feel bad. Now, because you're a people pleaser, your cortisol is already starting to spike because you are feeling bad for them. You want to be able to do both, but you cannot do both. And instead of playing your game, you say yes and help them move. Very nice of you to do, but at the same time, now after that, you're starting to stress out because you missed it. Your teammates are upset with you. You kind of threw the whole competition. Maybe you even get to the point where you get benched for that team, right? Because you chose something which was nice to do, but also not necessary, right? You chose something to do that did not align with your dreams or your goals or whatever it is you planned on doing, especially if it's something you planned for yourself, right? And let's dive further into this, okay? Well, let's say realistically you say, oh, I can't, I have prior obligations today. You don't have to tell anybody what you're doing. That's irrelevant. Well, not irrelevant, but it's like nobody's business. Let's say you say this, and then 2 weeks goes by, this good friend or family member really they found somebody to help them, okay, move. 2 weeks later, they invite you over to see the house. Nobody even cares. Let's be realistic. Everybody has, and this has been kind of confirmed by lots of different people, where it's like nobody really is ever going to remember the fact that you said no, right? They're not going to remember the fact that you said no, okay? They're going to remember lots of other things, and rarely, very rarely are people going to hold a grudge against you, because I think a lot of people do know that holding grudges also impacts your health and wellness on a negative aspect. So if you think about it, you choose what you want to, you choose the obligation you already said yes to. You do that. Now, you might be a little bit stressed that maybe you didn't help, but typically people figure it out, right? They're always able to figure it out. And you feel better because you were able to compete, and this aligns maybe you did good in that tournament. Your teammates are happy, you're happy. And in the long run, again, medium to long term, this person that asked you for help and you said no to may have been initially like, oh, okay, well, I'm kind of upset that you won't help me, whatever. But they probably did that for if nobody else was allowed to help them. Think about it. They've been doing that for everybody. and they're not going to hold a grudge against every single person. I mean, they're probably not even going to care within the first week or two because they're already moved in, they're happy, everything's good to go, right? So say no to people. It is important to say no sometimes within reason, obviously. Don't go up to your boss and say no to everything they ask you to do. Don't do that. I'm not saying that. But say no to people. It is important. Okay, cool. If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. I'd love to get this conversation started. Hit that like button for more content like this. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Content like this, content like this. I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.